Hello, 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 and happy Monday. I'm Amy with Sugar Hill Art Studio. So happy you're here. It's art snacks time. All right, so we're going to take 30 minutes. We're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about art journaling. We're going to talk about July prompts and what can happen there. Different ways to use prompt lists. Like, I want you guys to remember, and some of you may have caught my bonus art snack video last Thursday. And on that, I talked about the importance of forgiveness and seasons, right? It's July. To be really, really honest with you, July is a month that a lot of artists will take off. July is a month where we kind of take a break sometimes. July is a busy month for a lot of us. It's summer. It's a break. It's a reprieve. It's a moment to breathe. And so if you're one of those people that is not feeling like you're keeping up with the prompt list, or that you're failing, or that you're not worthy of calling yourself an artist or a creative or an art journaler or a mixed media lover or any of it, get rid of that right now, and it's time to move forward, okay? Every month I put up the July prompts, right? And there's usually a different kind of challenge in there too, because it's not just a list of things, but you can certainly treat it as a list. We did do a vintage vibe. Some of you are doing amazing with that, and I love, love, love it. Love what you're doing and sharing over in the free group. Amazing. Awesome. I love it. Some of you are struggling, and I want to show you another way to use a prompt list, okay? And it's selfish reasons too. My bits box is running really low on bits. Little pieces of art, watercolor. I definitely use a lot of watercolor for these because it's my favorite, right? Just little pieces, different shapes. These are just some that I pulled off of what I have right now in my bits box, okay? So there are some, but my bits box needs a revamping. It needs some love. And so I'm going to show you really quick how to just put down some watercolor in some very basic shapes. You can use the prompt list for some ideas, and we are going to work our way through just quickly making some bits, and I'll tell you some of my favorite things I do with it, okay? All right, so let's get going. A little upside down show. All right, so that's for after. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy to be here. Happy to see you. Okay, so I definitely last week started a little ice cream fun. Sunshine would be cool, surfboards, turtles. I love houses, even an anchor palm trees. Okay, let me show you how to take some things and make some bits for your bits box. Let me make sure I'm in screen here. So here I have, actually, I think this is more mixed media paper than watercolor paper. You don't need anything specific. I have a brush, I have a watercolor palette, some clean water, and I'll show you what we do next. The best way to do this is to just dive in, okay? So just dive in. I'm going to pull that down a little bit more. You kind of want to decide on your colors, or what you want to do, and your size. All right, you can guess what I'm doing here. Like, how simple, right? How simple. We'll do 3. Whoops, I may have gone up a little too high. I keep forgetting. So do you see how I kind of just laid some color down? One thing I do want to do is bring this more to a point. You can come back in. They're watercolors, so let them move to you, okay? I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. I want those cones to dry. But what if we did some sunshine? And let's work light to dark, right? So what if I kind of just come in and we're gonna put a little bit of that. And remember that you will be cutting these out. I'm gonna just kind of, I don't like perfect. I like a little, you know, kind of have fun with these shapes. Watch what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little bit of a different yellow, and we're just gonna kind of lay that in some places. And it's okay to leave some white. Okay, also another thing I kind of forget to do, there you can probably see this yellow a little bit better. Things that I forget to do sometimes is leave myself space. We're going to be cutting these out, so make sure you leave yourself some room. Let's dip into some magenta on this one, okay? Don't worry about saying you don't even have lines. Another one of my favorites is a house, right? I love doing the little houses. And look. Now the house, I like to bleed the colors into each other. Okay. You can go wet on wet. Let's go with some of this great orange color. How fun, right? And let's put some of that down in here. Let the colors bleed together, keep them separate, whatever you want to do. One of my favorite things to do on the ice cream cones, however, is to do a wet on wet technique. And you'll see, this is just practice. This is going to kind of go. So I'm putting just plain water down here, okay? And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to kind of just touch into where I have that water, and I'm going to get a beautiful ice cream cone. So let's do that again. A nice like little half circle and some boom booms, because everybody knows the term boom boom means ice cream. Oh, let's see. Let's grab turquoise because it's a good color for mint. It's a good color for, you see that? You just kind of let that flow. Let's do one more. I want to get to the other part. So just kind of that half circle, get the colors in there, and why not do some blue ice cream? And it's also good and fun to kind of add in a few colors into your, so here, if you wanted to give the illusion, or a little bit, I got a little separated here, but of windows or doors, you can do that. It's kind of, that's still wet, so I want it, you know, I want it runny. But do you get the, Jenna, you just pick the things you like. Pick a shape that you like. Like, what if we did, I'm just gonna put a little basic surfboard here because I'm running out of room. Lots of water. And let's throw in some quinacridone gold. Right? And some fuchsia, because you guys know I love these colors together. And we're going to come back in, and I'm going to kind of just put that there. And this could be a beginning of a really cool surfboard. Okay. They're going to look not great when you lay it all down. Just keep laying it down. All right, let it dry naturally. You're gonna be tempted to take your dryer out and do all the things, but don't do that. Let them dry naturally, okay? Because when you let the watercolor kind of do its thing, it's able to really blend and sit. See the lovely kind of mix of color here? I know it's hard to look all at once at things, like on this big page. Don't worry about them looking not stellar. I promise. Favorites, Signo Uniball White. I love the gold. I love my number 5 micron. I mean, it is just this simple, my friends. And you can see I've kind of started here. And you just kind of start. Did I grab a micron that does not? Oh, this is the blue one. Well, that's going to be interesting. All right, this is my blue micron. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to, actually, navy blue is a really great color with these. I'm really shaky today. Let's kind of just have fun. With your shapes, okay? Now you can come back in with white if you want. We could kind of make marks, okay? Just make some marks. And let me show you how much I love this gold. It's gonna look, it's got a yellow tint, so it's gonna look really cool. And what if I kinda, I know you can't see it that great right now, but we've got a little waffle cone look there with the gold, and then I can come in here, and if I want to make it look more like, you know, ice cream, I can do that, or I can just add some marks. Let's do something fun with this one. What if, let's do some doodles and some, I know it's hard to see, and I, again, forgot to grab that blue. All right, and we just do some marks instead of worrying too much about it being an ice cream cone, right? And we just add marks. I really do need a black. And you just kind of find your marks. You find what you love. And these are a great place to start playing, okay? Let's kind of, instead of chocolate chips, let's, you know, just boring dots, let's do little heart shapes. Because why not, right? Then the magic really happens when you cut them out. They look like entirely different pieces. And I just want to cut them out. This is a great thing to do. I don't know about you, but like sometimes my husband is kind of really wanting to hang with me at night, whether he's tinkering on something, you know, it's kind of our bonding time, kind of hanging out. And sometimes he's in the garage tinkering with something, and sometimes he's just collapsed in his chair in the living room because it was a stressful day. And I'm not much of a TV watcher, but what I do love is I can sit there and chit chat with him and do whatever while I keep my hands busy, right? Keeping our hands busy is a good thing. And so I will mark up and cut out things at the end. I like leaving a little bit of a white dot. Do you see how fun they are when you leave a little white? Once you get them cut out, and sometimes I go back in, many times I go back in after cutting to kind of have fun with more marks. Super simple, right? And this is just a different way for you guys to kind of look at prompts. Sometimes it's not just about putting it in your journal. I don't want you to feel stuck or lost or behind ever, right? And so just kind of doing something a little different with our art in our creative practice. You could do this all month long. You could do this for the rest of the month. And our creative process gives us a whole lot of fun, right? So all kinds of shapes, hearts and circles, I use all the time. You've seen me do flowers. Pretty soon we're going to be getting into fall. There are some fall shapes. So just dig in, have fun, get busy making bits for your bits box, and then get a really cute box to keep them in. I don't know what I have here. Here's kind of some of it. And I do have them. This is my collect-all when I've been working on things. So there's a lot of random in here. I do have an accordion folder. That is a really nice way to organize things. Okay? Super easy, right? Super easy, super fun, great way to keep your creative mind going. And they are calorie-free ice cream cones. It keeps your creative mind going, but they're a little bit easier to hang on to. It's an easy task. Very few materials. Go outside if you're not in a huge heat wave like most of us are. Go outside, bring it to the coffee table, bring it to the kitchen table, switch things up, switch where you work, and try making some bits. Super fun, right? And easy. Pam, just keep building. Just keep building. I have a lot of garbage in there too. I have a lot of things that I was like, whoa, what is that? Sorry, I get sidetracked, but because it's not great watercolor paper, it's going to take a long time to dry. I got a lot of water on there, and it's kind of pooling in weird spots. So I was just trying to blow a little bit. If I had a straw, which I don't right here, I would blow a little bit. Just be okay with using a lot of paper. Honestly, like I need to make a run to Michael's probably right after this to get just 90 pound, just get student grade 90 pound watercolor paper. It works the best. That's what this is. See how thin? It is not thick like the 140 pound watercolor paper. Makes it easier to cut, but it also makes it easier to glue and use in our journals, right? Because all of these bits you're going to take and you're going to use them in your journals or for your prompts, or make some, and then it doesn't have to be say you're still doing the vintage and you want to use some of the ice cream. Make a total retro ice cream spread, but use some cutout bits, okay? So just have fun. There's no rules ever in art, and that is one thing that I teach my students over and over and over again, is there are no rules. I just want you to make some stuff. Just have fun, just make some things. It's super, super simple. Don't be afraid to, I like the noise, Marion. I had a friend, because let's be honest, it is time, especially for me, to start painting fall and Christmas. And I'm not ready. My mind isn't there. My mind's not there. I don't know what I want to do this year. I don't know what I love and all of the things, right? And I was talking to one of my friends. I was talking with one of my friends over the weekend, and she said, I put on Christmas movies, and I might have to do that. Not today, but tomorrow, or definitely Thursday, my creative day. I think I'm going to have to just put on either Christmas music or sometimes just lighthearted Christmas movies that I've seen 1,000 times. It's just noise in the background to help put me in the mood, and get my creative juices flowing, because right now I don't know what to do for Christmas. I really don't. Yeah, funny things happening there. So yeah, just Christmas movies. Yeah, my faves. So I like a lot of the basics. I like old school animation. Anything that I know and I've seen 100 times. Like The Greatest Christmas Pageant Ever. Remember that? It was made in like the 80s. It's based off of a book. I usually play that one. I have tons of just old animation. Always spurs my creativity. Forever and ever, I wanted to go work for an animate, of course, for Disney back then, right? In the late 80s and early 90s, I wanted to be an illustrator at Disney. And so animation usually really gets my mind kind of inspired. Just colors, music. I like music. I like anything. Yeah, it's hot here too. It's like hot everywhere, and so that's why I'm thinking some Christmas movies might help. It might help. In the meantime, though, I'm having a lot of fun painting little ice cream cones and whatnots. Play with your watercolors. Like, who cares if you get a big blob of something? Let it dry, do some doodles on top of it, and then cut it out. And it might be really, trust me, it's going to look different. They're not attractive when they're just watercolor blobs on paper. You've got to play with it a little bit. You got to have some fun. All right, everybody, that's Art Snacks for today. Super quick, super simple, and it is. If you just grab some watercolors, pick some shape, just keep filling up the paper. Remember, you need to leave yourself room to cut out. If you have a lot of space, like say on this one, I have a lot of empty space, I will do some circles and some hearts. Just those good solid shapes that I like to use over and over and over again, right? You kind of fill up your paper and then doodle later tonight, doodle later this afternoon, and then cut them out. And then doodle some more. Right now is the perfect time. Probably Dollar Tree, all the big box stores probably have, well, I know they have, school supplies out. And the pencil boxes are a great way to organize your bits box too. You could have, see 4 of them and have different seasons, or kind of put however you want to organize. But for $4, or maybe it'll cost you $6, it's a great way to organize. All right, everybody. Thank you for being on Art Snacks today. Super simple, super easy. Have fun. Can't wait to see your bits. Make sure you share them over in the free group. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.